Góðan daginn! Welcome to the Pressure Pal. My name is Gunnildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast, vlog, chat type of thing, where I talk mainly about knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related, because it's interesting. It's called the Project Pile, because I have projects, they are on piles, and I just keep adding to them. And also because I am a middle-aged Icelander, I really like to talk about the weather, which is currently sunny and I think about 4 degrees Celsius warmth, so we got quite a bit of sun melt right now, which is nice because we're getting rid of a lot of ice. Yes, and the other thing, currently no volcanic eruption, currently. So yeah, I didn't make a video last weekend and I am aware that today it is Monday. So I didn't post for two consecutive Sundays. So Sunday before last turned out to be a pajama day for me. Mainly just following the news, having a bit of chat with my sisters, one who lives in the capital of Iceland. She lives in a suburb of Reykjavik, and our oldest sister lives in Keflavik, which is a part of Reykjanesbær, which is the biggest town on the Reykjanes Peninsula, where the eruption keeps popping like annoying acne. Yes, I am comparing a natural phenomenon that is devastating to a pimple, because that's what it is. It reminds me of a pimple that keeps on just appearing and just, and I just give you that such lovely imagery, so yay. But yeah, now I'm trying to remember exactly what happened like more than a week ago. Everything is fine. No one was injured. The town was, there wasn't anyone in the town, thankfully. It wasn't near, well, it wasn't as close as the last time. There was the Blue Lagoon. There are 2 hotels there, and they were operational with a lot of how do you put it? Procedures in place. Because, I saw a video, I need to link it down below if you haven't watched it already. It's not a type of video that I watch a lot because I don't travel a lot. And this person, from what I can gather, they go around checking out hotels all across the globe. And they were checking out one of the hotels at the Blue Lagoon the night that the eruption happens. So thankfully the hotels were safely evacuated. Everyone just did so well. All the hotel guests apparently just followed the followed the lead. They did what they were supposed to, and just, I am so proud of people. Like, I know that I can be like absolutely hammering, and I will hammering about going into an area that is at risk, it's dangerous. But if you go in with eyes wide open and you have plan A, B, C, and you do the things that you're supposed to, and you're safe, you're not walking over fresh lava, I am going to cut you some slack. That's my take on it. Then what? But yeah, because the lava flow this time, it went over the roads that lead to the Blue Lagoon after everyone was evacuated, so everyone is safe. But it did also, like, it went over like this water pipe, I think it is, that transports water. Wow, that was such clever wording. But yeah, one of the water pipes unfortunately went, well, met its maker in the lava. So a good part of the peninsula was actually without hot water, and it is winter, and it wasn't the coldest, but it was not warm. They also lost electricity because it wasn't directly because of the eruption, but it was kind of like, from what I understood, is that it was kind of like a chain reaction. A failure at one place resulted in more failure. So they were without hot water. I think it was like 4 or 5 days. I cannot quite remember. And they were without electricity for like 6 or 12 hours. I can't quite remember. So when the electricity was back, it was very fragile. The system was extremely delicate. So people had to be extremely conscious of using electricity. And one of the things that you should know about us Icelanders is that we are so used to basically having it really, 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 really good when it comes to water and electricity. We are so used to just, nowadays, to just have it in abundance, so we don't really think about it. So people had to think about it. But they weren't complaining. At least nowhere where I could see, people were not complaining. Like, yeah, it's cold, but it could be worse, and we are not the ones who are worst off. Like, and it was just, I'm not sure what word I want to use, but like kind of like uplifting, kind of like, I'm really, really proud of a lot of people who I have no idea who are, but I'm so proud of their attitude and just dealing with the things as they happen, because it could be worse. We know firsthand things could be horrendously worse. We could have lost people, and we didn't. We could have lost a lot more. We didn't, and we haven't yet. So hopefully that's how it's going to stay. So yeah, that was the weekend before last, and this past weekend, because as I said, I'm filming this on Monday, and yes, I'm at home. So fun fact, I took up a little extra work on Saturday because I think I had like, I volunteered like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, 2 rather than 3. So we had like prior warning that someone would need to step in. And just before, I sat down with my store manager and we sat down, because I still had like 7 whole days left over from my summer vacation days from last year. I had to come in earlier because of manning issues, which was fine, because here in Iceland, and because I've been working so long, I get 6 weeks of vacation time paid. So I wasn't fussed about only getting 5 weeks, because that means that now I still have these 7 whole days, work days, for me to use up before May, I think. So I'm taking paid vacation days off now, Monday and Tuesday. But because I was working on Saturday, and I usually don't do that, I kind of got my days mixed up, and I kind of thought that yesterday was Saturday, and I usually film on Sundays. So I forgot to and that's okay, that's fine. So yeah, I'm taking today and tomorrow off. March, we actually have beginning of March we have this like company get together celebration. But yeah, basically like get together. I think it's like, what's the word used? Like gala? I don't know what the word is. In Icelandic is árshátíð. Árs being our year, hátíð being celebration or festival. So it's just like a yearly get together where there's good food, there's dancing, entertainment, like really good entertainment, and a lot of fun things to do, like silent disco. I think most people are really looking forward to it. Fantastic musicians and all that, but it's the silent disco that we're really looking forward to. And also this year they are holding it at the Listasafn Íslands, which is the art museum, National Art Museum. I think it's the National Art Museum in English. Never been there. I tell a lie, I've never been with my company. I was there with my school when I was studying in Akureyri. And so it's been quite a few years since I've been there, and I'm like, I didn't even know that you could rent the art museum, but apparently you can, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we got that at the beginning of March. I'm taking 3 days off in March, at the end of March, and because I strategically placed them, those 3 days will net me actually 9 days off if everything works out. So fingers crossed that will work out. And then I take 2 days off in April, so I get my 7 days paid vacation time off. I'm like, actually gonna work out. So yeah, and I just realized that then I have May off, not off, May, because there's like Easter that comes in there, so there's a few red days there. And then I still have my, this year's 6 weeks paid vacation time off. And those I will be taking in June and July. Life is good. So yeah, the plan for today is, well, first off, I'm gonna actually show you something that I've been working on. Like the blanket. I'm not quite done with the blanket, but I'm at the last stretches. So if I've got this right, yeah. So I'm finishing this light red, then I'll do a white, and then I'll do a this pair of the light green and the dark red, and I will call it done at that point. I mean, got a whole side of loose ends to weave in, and you know what I feel about weaving in ends. Don't like it, but honestly, I'm really looking forward to getting this done. Clearly, because I've been working on it for quite a while. But yeah, this is what I've got left of the, the sun is catching up, of the dark green. It's the Christmas acrylic from hubby. It's been a delight to work with. There hasn't been any knots. The yarn has been fine, like it hasn't like split or anything. Maybe there's been one knot in these entire like 6 skeins so far. Yeah, there may have been one knot, thinking about it. But I will have quite a bit of leftover yarn, which again will go into my leftover bin and will either be used in some future project by myself, or I will donate it. Because I know people who really love using up leftovers, which is fantastic. Finding that out, I'm like, great. Because if I give the leftovers to someone else, that means that they can make something with yarn that they do not need to pay. There are no strings attached from my end. So they can make something that they can either like donate onwards, give it to family or someone, or sell. It's a win-win. So yeah, I'm really hopeful that I'll manage to finish it. Yeah, maybe today. I've got quite a bit of reading to do though, so we'll see. And so I actually need to get off my high horse and actually decide what's the next project I'm gonna finish, because whew, I need to finish things. I'm staring at 3 projects right behind you, and I'm like, maybe one of those. Yeah, definitely one of those. Or maybe one of those. Like I said, I'm calling this the project pile because everywhere I look, there are projects and they are in piles, and I'm like, I don't feel bad about it. They make me smile. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, tomorrow. I really want to catch up with my reading, catch up with you guys, because yeah, hopefully finish the Afghan, like I call it a blanket, but it's kind of like a lap gun. And see you about the next project. But yeah, I think that's enough for me this, I almost said weekend, but this time around. I mean, seriously, look, the sun is catching up with me. Because he's actually clearing the mountain tops. Which means that, oh, it's hunting season, yeah. If you cut those, like, both shots, I think it's February, it's probably Svartfugla. What's that in English? So there's hunting license for, I mean in English it would be blackbird, but it's not the same birds. It's seabirds, like, I have no idea what they're called. Yeah, so if you cut that, hunting season. Anyway, I will hopefully remember to see you again next Sunday. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to like film on Saturdays. If Sundays are gonna prove like kind of like a mental stop for me. Because Sundays have been turning into quite the pajama days. Like absolute rest and relaxation. So maybe I should, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I will hopefully see you again next weekend. And until then, again, if there's yet another eruption or anything else that happens, I will do my best to tell you about it. So until then, take care. And I hope life is as good to you as it possibly can be, and hopefully better. And I hope that the day is sunny. So, see you later, okay? Bless, bless.